Where I am now, better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now, where I am now, in a special place, a telephone place, where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. For me, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 studio. And if you want to hear us on the World Wide Web, all you have to do is go to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com, click and listen live, or you can go to WGPL 1350 AM or WPCE 1400 AM, and guess what? You can hear us all over the world. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. What a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
And WPCE 1400, good morning to you.
Facebook Live on and popping, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn. We're here for you to enjoy today's Fun Friday.
And that's what it's all about, for you to enjoy Fun Friday.
Yes, Mr. E, it's the weekend.
That's right.
What are you going to do special?
Well, you know, they had a song out, It's the Weekend, and guess what? We had I don't know. I'm going to hang out, do something great. It's Easter weekend.
That's right. Happy Easter, everybody. And it's going to be a beautiful weekend. So you all go do what you do. Enjoy a lot of services this weekend, Mr. E. Also, you know, they always have their little Easter egg hunts and the Easter bunny for their little youngins. It's going to be a fun weekend in the Hampton Roads area. We're expecting some really nice weather.
That's right. It's going to be a great weather, so you can get the eggs, hunt the eggs, tie the eggs, and get the Easter rabbit out there.
Well, I tell you what, we're not only celebrating Easter, but this month is a Black Women History Month, and we're so glad that we can celebrate and express ourselves. It's absolutely marvelous, Mr. E.
That's right. And let everybody know that this is Women's Month, and let's let them know it.
Absolutely. Now, listen, we have a wonderful guest this morning, a wonderful African-American lady. We're going to celebrate her along with some of the others that we'll celebrate on today. But we have our special guest, Miss Serena Mann. She's founder of Heavenly Heart organization. And we want to say good morning to you.
Good morning.
I hope I have it right. Heavenly Hearts.
Yes, actually, it's two different organizations. Heavenly Heart is our for-profit child care company where we assist families with various child care needs, regardless of their children's ability level. And then our nonprofit foundation is Impact, individuals making positive acts of change together.
Absolutely. Tell us about yourself first, Serena, and then let's talk about Impact.
Well, I am a mother of one, the lovely Miss Shamaya Williams. And outside of that, I'm director of Heavenly Hearts. I started it 13 years ago inside of my home And I just learned during that time that, families need care as a whole. It's not just for the children, because if there's stuff going on at home, it shows up in the classroom.
Yes.
So in order to be able to offer the best overall care, you have to be able to be willing to help the parents in addition to the children. And that's what got me into doing my nonprofit, which was Impact, in addition to our financial education company, the Credit Doctor of VA.
So what made you go into this field? Why now? And tell us who it serves.
Well, the desire for me to work with children has been my calling my whole life. And I'm so lucky that I found that out, because when I was little, I used to tell people that I wanted to have a daycare center and I wanted to take care of children. And when I grew up, that's what I ended up doing. And it always came very naturally. So that's the why behind it, with the actual center. Now, with the why behind the Impact and also the Credit Doctor VA, because we found out that we need to offer financial literacy to people in the community, especially the ones with children, because these habits that we have are generational. We pick them up from the people before us. So we want to be able to change that poverty cycle and break it. And then with the nonprofit, it just gives us a platform where people in the community can contribute to us breaking the chains of financial bondage and providing quality childcare services for individuals that might not be able to afford it. And so we are a 501c3 charitable organization where you can write off anything that you contribute. And those, I call them the trilogy, those three entities together work as one to facilitate the change that we want to see in the community.
Absolutely. Now you have some special things going on. First of all, let me congratulate you on your building. And it's just wonderful to see you in your new building and the tour and the renovation. I want to say congratulations to that. But I also want you to talk about an event that you all are going to have, and just everything that goes with Impact and what you're doing. Just share with us.
Absolutely. Well, I want to say thank you so much for your support and your well wishes, and to God be the glory.
Yes.
The whole story about the building, I tell anyone, when I put the contract on this building September of 2021, I didn't have the money.
Wow.
I only had my faith in God, and it took 6 months, but God came through. He showed up. He showed out. He allowed us, with the help of the community, to purchase this building, to not have to have a mortgage on it. And now with the renovations that we're doing this summer, we're going to be opening up the Heavenly Hearts Impact Center. And it's going to offer 2 infant and toddler classrooms. We'll be serving birth up into ages 12 years, 11 months, and then we'll have 1 school-age classroom. So we will be offering a financially enriched curriculum, teaching the children financial literacy skills in their everyday activities, in addition to offering STEAM as an outlet for positive self-expression. And what we hope is that through these rich exposures, people can connect with their calling, and they can operate in an energy where they're bold and they're fearless. And this is what's going to allow us to truly move forward and break those poverty chains, and to raise a generation of people who truly are confident in who they are and who God is and what He's called them to do.
Yes. Tell us about some opportunities for the community.
Well, anyone out there that loves working with children, we are definitely looking for staff. We are looking for teachers for our infant and toddler classrooms, as well as a school-age teacher. We're looking for cooks, drivers, and people that want to volunteer, especially seniors that may want to just come out and be a grandparent, volunteer, want to read to the children, volunteer to, do craft activities with them. All those things are welcome. And if you want more information, you can call me directly at 757-254-8156. Again, that's 757-254-8156. Or you can email me at heavenlyhearts@gmail.com, and just let me know what you would be interested in regards to volunteering or working for the organization.
Now tell us, anytime you're putting something together or God uh, gives you a vision and dream, there's always support. Who's supporting you and who you want to shout out?
I want to give a huge shout out, number one, to my uncle Elvis Eason, because he was my number one donor when it came to acquiring this space. And I appreciate him. All of the people in my Facebook community, my family, the Easons, the Johnsons, Riddicks, and everyone else that's a part of my family. Thank y'all so much for your contributions. People in the community that I don't even know your names that contributed to our GoFundMe. Thank you so much. And also my uncle Brian Eason, who has been a huge asset when it came to renovating the building. He came in like a one-man wrecking crew and just did all the demo, and he made it clear that he was going to help us save money, and he just really wanted to see this thing coming to fruition. So thank you so much to them, and thank you for everyone who's been praying for me. Thank you for your prayers. We all know that the prayers of the righteous avail much. So thank you all so much.
Serena, tell me how you approach family now. That seemed like one of the hardest things in the world to do is get money out of family. Now, what was your approach? You must have just had it going on. They believed in you. How did that play out?
All I can tell you is when you operate in your gift that God gave you, you don't have to worry about approaching people. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. Wow. You don't have to be the most articulate. You don't have to be the most good looking or, the wittiest, the most knowledgeable. You don't have to be any of those things. All you have to be is committed to the Lord. The Lord says, commit yourself to me and I will do this. I will make the righteousness of your cause shine like the noonday sun. God is a fulfiller of his word. He does not lie. When you work in your gifts, this has always been my calling. Helping other people, taking care of children, educating people on finances, trying to offer resources. I've always loved to do that. I love it. So when you love what you do and you operate in the plan that God has put in your life, he will give you everything you need to fulfill it. He will give it to you. And I guess just the energy around it, it attracted my family to help me. It's attracted people that I didn't even know before now to help me.
Oh, that is
and support to this, even with you guys allowing me to use your platform to share the word, that's a blessing, and you have been instrumental in getting the word out to the community with me. So I appreciate you.
Well, I tell you what, this is your time to tell us what's needed. What does your organization need? What does it need from the community still? You've got a lot to do and accomplish, and how can we help?
So here's the deal, guys. We are on a massive campaign right now to raise money. We have to raise money so that we can finish with buying the materials that's going to go inside the building. So those materials include 3D printers, smart boards, studio equipment, carts that we'll be wheeling out the different workstations on, computers. We need people that can volunteer. We need tables and chairs. We need people that can work in the center. We need people that can make monetary donations. We need people that can be on the board of the nonprofit. We're looking for a nonprofit chair, someone that sees the importance of what we're doing and they want to help us propel this forward. We definitely are looking for media sponsors, people that can help us get the word out even more, helping us set up tables in the community to share information. We have to hire our staff within 6 weeks. We have about 3 people that we have locked in right now. So we're still looking for more people. So all of those things are needed. And if there is anything that I've said that you feel like, hey, I can help with that, or I know someone that might can help with that, please, again, send them my way, connect with me. We can set up a time to talk and I can share even more. Because there's a lot of work that has to be done in this community. We're going to be out here in Portsmouth, and you guys know that every time you're hearing things on the news in Portsmouth, it's not good news.
That's the truth.
So we have to change that. These people are hurting because hurt people hurt people.
And that
And
is
so
absolutely true. Yes.
as children of God, we're called to go out into the community and, help bring the change about. We're salt. We're the salt of the earth. We're supposed to preserve. We're the light of the earth. We're supposed to illuminate and radiate.
Absolutely. Serena, give us some contact information, social media, websites.
So you can call me directly at 757-254-8156. Again, 757-254-8156. You can also email me at heavenlyhearts, HEARTS, family @gmail.com. And I'm on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. You can find us under Impact, Individuals Making Positive Active Change Together, Heavenly Heart. Either one, we're up there. We are sharing our GoFundMe. We've raised about $2,000. Our goal is 20. So we have $18,000 more to go. So you guys can visit our GoFundMe page. It's Breaking the Poverty Cycle. And you can contribute if you feel led to do so.
Wow. We want to thank you for being on and telling us about your new project, your new baby. And we look forward to supporting you and seeing how, God blesses you throughout the years to really bring forth a change in our community. So thank you so much. And we will definitely stay in touch.
Thank you, guys. And you have a blessed and abundant day.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was Miss Serena Mann. Her organization is Impact, and we're just excited about it because she is not just doing something ordinary, Mr. E. She's doing stuff that, hey, she's building, renovating buildings. She's caring for the community. She's bringing together a team, organizing and strategizing, and just trying to make things just be a light in the community, and we just want to applaud her for that.
That's right. We want to say you listen to FYI Radio Show. Our special guest has been Miss Serena Mann on Fun Friday.
Yes, I tell you what, Mr. E, we're not just celebrating Serena Mann and all that she's doing, but this is Black Women's History Month.
That's right. It's Black History Month. History Month.
So let's celebrate a couple of ladies. Miss E, I don't know which one of these ladies to start with. Woo! Let me just name both of them if you don't mind, okay? We have Miss Stacy Abrams that we're going to talk about. We're going to celebrate all her accomplishments and the things that she's done. Also, now this one, woo! Miss Tarana Burke.
Yeah.
My goodness. We're going to tell you who she is in a minute. Men, don't worry. If you're on the straight and narrow, she won't mess with you.
That's right.
But we're going to talk about those two, Mr. E.
And we also want to say happy 42nd anniversary to Mr. Jackie Robinson.
Wow.
They're celebrating him on today just as well.
Well, that is marvelous. Back to the ladies. So, Miss Stacy Abrams. Stacy Yvonne Abrams. She was born December the 9th, 1973. She's an American politician, lawyer. You all probably know her for this, the most, voting rights activist.
That's right.
And Miss E, I didn't know she was an author who served in Georgia House of Representatives from 2007 to 2017, serving as minority leader from 2011 to 2017. A member of the Democratic Party, Abrams founded Fair Fight Action, an organization to address voter suppression in 2018. I'm going to say that again. She founded Fair Fight Action, an organization to address voter suppression. She started it in 2018, a voting rights activist. Her efforts have been widely credited with boosting voter turnout in Georgia. I hope you all remember, not only in Georgia though, but do you remember the White House Trump was in, and she was instrumental in just bringing, just pulling in so many voters She had a strategy, she had a team, and she had the will and the power. She's a beast. I'm telling you, she's a beast. She just made it happen for President Biden, and it's just a marvelous thing to see. It tells you right here. Her efforts have been widely credited with boosting voter turnout, including in 2020 presidential election when Joe Biden narrowly won the state, and in Georgia 2020-21 regularly scheduled and special U.S. Senate elections, which gave Democrats control of the Senate. She was very instrumental in those elections. She went hard, and she was just meant to be that instrument. Sometimes, God calls people to do certain things. And this young lady right here, we salute her because she was that instrument that God used to just pull together these races. She was the Democratic nominee in the 2018 Georgia gubernatorial election, becoming the first African American female major party gubernatorial nominee in the United States. Though she lost the election to Republican candidate Brian Kemp, she refused to concede, accusing Kemp of engaging in voter suppression as Georgia's Secretary of State. News outlets and fact name Selena Montgomery. This is marvelous. And we just salute her work, her efforts. She's still on the grind. She's just in it to win it. And she wants us to win it as well. And we just thank her for answering the call and doing God's bidding and making sure people are able to vote. It's a shame, first of all, that people want to suppress voting. Why would you do that? Why not just win something fair and square? Just let the election be what it is and let people have the right to vote. Stacy Abrams, thank you for all you do. Now, this lady right here, oh my goodness, this next lady, Miss Tarana Burke. She was born September 12, 1973. She's an African American activist, another activist from the Bronx, and who started the Me Too movement. Let me get my mouth straight and say this right. She started the Me Too movement. Now, I don't know if you all are living under a rock, but you cannot help but know who this lady is. And gentlemen, I'm sure you all have felt the fury and the fire of some of the issues and some of the things that have taken place with the conception of this Me Too movement. In 2006, Burke began using Me Too to help other women with similar experiences to stand up for themselves. Over a decade later, in 2017, hashtag Me Too became a viral hashtag when Elisa Milano and other women began using it to tweet about the Harvey Weinstein sexual abuse case. The phrase and hashtag quickly developed into a broad-based and eventually international movement.
And that's Miss Stacy Abrams.
This is Miss Tarana Burke. We talked
Ooh.
about Stacy. Stacy. Let me make sure I'm right. Yeah, Stacy. Let's remember her movement through the voting and making sure voting was not suppressed. That was a big movement. Very instrumental in Governor Biden winning president, and also her own race as well. but we've already covered that. But we're on Tarana Burke now, Mr. E.
Yeah. I'm sorry for my delay.
I understand.
We was
Mr.
having
E,
technical difficulties.
absolutely, he's had technical difficulties. I had to step out, but in the meantime, we're talking about Miss Tarana Burke and all that she's accomplished. Mr. E, the Me Too movement. When you hear the Me Too movement, what do you think? Hashtag Me Too. What do you think? What comes in your mind?
You know, when I hear the Me Too movement, to me, it's and I know what it is.
Is it spooky?
Is it very, very spooky? Because I believe that the Me Too movement is trying to change the dynamics of men and women.
Well, this is the thing. You know, the Me Too movement was a movement that was much needed because, as you can see, there were some things happening in entertainment and the political race all over the country, wherein there were men that were taking advantage of women, and women began to stand out and stand up and saying, "Me too. I have been harassed. I've been a victim. I've been, uh, abused," and it was okay because, you know, when things are going on like that, Mr. E, sometimes people are quietly suffering and they feel like they're the only ones suffering. When she said me, hashtag me too, women came out of the woodwork.
Out of the woodwork.
Right?
It was all in Washington, D.C. Just flood that. I don't mean, I'm not just saying African American women, but all women came out, in drones because guess what? They feel that she felt as if that she was equivalent to men just as well.
Wow. Time named Burke among a group of other prominent activists dubbed the Silence Breakers. I just said that. As the Time Person of the Year for 2017, Burke presents a public speaking events across the country and is currently Senior Director of Girls for Gender Equity in Brooklyn. Her early life education, she was born in the Bronx and raised in the area. She grew up in low-income working class housing project and was raped and sexually assaulted both as a child and teenager.
Yeah.
Her mother supported her recovery from that violent act and encouraged her to be involved in the community.
Wow.
So it's something that she experienced. It wasn't something she just, let me just go out here and just me too everybody. It's something that she experienced, but she also felt the need to help herself and others.
That's right. And my hat's off to all the women of history today that's in history with. I thank you so much for all your accomplishments for women of history.
Absolutely. You all can go online and Google these wonderful ladies and just find out more about their activism and their books and their politics and everything. And we just salute again Stacy Abrams and our other person of interest, Tarana Burke.
That's right.
I tell you what, Mr. E, it's time to go. But look, you all can come over here to Facebook Live. You can come to YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and just enjoy a time where we just talk a little bit more about these wonderful ladies and give you some upcoming shows. You all are a blessing. We'll see you back here on Monday.
Don't forget to tell them about the ladies' pie.
Oh my goodness. I just want to thank everybody that bought pies. Pies are available Tuesdays and Thursdays, the ladies' pie and cookies and things. And thank you so much. And we'll give you information on how you can receive some goodies and treats.
And the telephone number is
757-470-0024.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host, and thank you so much for tuning in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Monday, our special guest will be Coach Jones from Norfolk State University, and then we'll be right back with Mr. Michael Scott and Mr. Sean Lamont on our What's Under the Hat segment. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WPCE 1400 and WGPL 1350, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Happy Easter to you. Hippity hop to the barber shop.
Yes. We want to shout out some of our friends. Miss Jeanette Adams, good morning. Virginia Sawyer, she said, Happy Good Friday to you both. Thank you, Virginia. Roberta Carter, good morning. She said, with tons of love and hugs. Roberta, I sent you a message. When was the best time to reach you? Let me know so we can talk. Also, Jewel Corporal, sweetheart, love you. Thank you for coming on and being with us. You know, I miss you and Destiny and the girls. Tell your husband hello, and I hope you all are doing just fine. Annie Mines, you my baby girl. We've been tearing up some goodies. Thank you so much for supporting me, and those pies are coming along really good. We're getting some great opportunities for the pies and for the cookies, and I just want to thank you so much for your support. Mr. E, you know, we had a little technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Mr. E, what did you do? You got it back up and popping.
Got it up and popping.
In real time.
In real time, we had to go. I had to go and work on it to make sure that, you know, I had to turn some things off and put some things in. Had to do a lot of things that, you know, that to concentrate. I just didn't want to distract you and continue to work on this.
Mr. E is a geek.
No, I'm not.
Mr. E is a computer geek.
But I had to get back because we want to make sure that we give our listening audience everything that they desire, you know, from what we are saying to them. We want to make sure they can see us on all our social media platforms.
Yes.
And yes, I wouldn't have been happy. Yes. You would saw me not happy because I couldn't bring you the best.
Yes. Felicia Hasty, good morning. How are you? How is everything going with your ministry and your life? You know, I see you on social media from time to time, but really haven't kept up with all that you're doing. Please let us know how things are going and how God is blessing you, because I know He is. But I want to thank you all. First, I want to thank our special guest, Serena Mann, for coming on, a young lady who's doing great things in the community. You know, she feels the need to serve. She feels the need to be the salt. She feels the need to be light. And she has the support of her family, Mr. E. It's marvelous.
And my hat's off to every woman, to her, because she's doing something that the Lord has placed in her spirit to go forth, to tear down wreck up a building and rebuild, and to put a new facility there and give opportunities and jobs to the community.
Wow. So today is Friday. I hope you're going to have a great weekend. I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend, Mr. E. I'm thinking about doing some studying.
Are you going to have an evening?
You know what? Maybe. I tell you what, my daughter may do something for my grandson, or either he's going somewhere. He's very sociable, so he may be going out somewhere to an Easter egg hunt. She did give him one last year, him and his friends.
Well, let us know, because I know y'all got gold. I mean,
what you say? Gold?
Y'all got gold eggs.
A golden egg.
When y'all hide eggs, y'all got golden eggs there. So let me know so I can bring my crew around there and find 10 of those golden eggs.
Wow. So look, I just want to say again, thank you all for your support, Sheila, and all you guys out there. And just thank you for buying the ladies pies and helping me to get this thing up and moving and launched. You know, I'm really blessed, Mr. E, to be doing something that I love to do. And my son always says this to me. He says, there's a message that T.D. Jakes preached, Mom, and it's called It's in the House.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, I had been making pies for the longest time for my children and family, and I never one time thought that it would ever be a business. And I just, wow. I'm just really excited about it because there are some opportunities that's coming my
Ah,
way that is nothing but the truth. And I'm just like, wow, it's in the house. I want to encourage you all to look around and see what's in the house.
that's right.
You know?
That's right. You got to remember everything that you want is right there, right before your very eyes. Just like the word of God. He told Moses, said, Moses, what's in your
Oh
hand?
my goodness, what's in your hand?
What's in your
Yes.
hand, and if you can use what's in if you know what you have in your hand, then you ought to know what's in your house. Yeah.
Absolutely. I want to just thank God for something else, and that's my book. Bullying is right underneath your nose, 2021. It's a new revised book, and it's part of a series. I am so thankful and blessed. I want to shout out my illustrator, Miss Yvonne Frederick, who really did a marvelous job, Mr. E. I can't wait for everybody to read it for your children, your family. You'll be able to download it on Kindles or on your Apple devices. Also, you can have a hard copy mailed to you. And I'll give information about it. We'll also do a launch in October for Anti-Bullying Month. In the meantime, you can still buy it, purchase the book. I'll give you the information about it soon. But I'm really excited about that because that's something else that was in the house. That the ability to write. My mother, my sisters, my brothers, all of them, my children have that gift of writing. And I'm excited about it, Mr. E, and glad that it is a series and it is something that's a need in the community. To address bullying is part of my activism and what I do to really make sure the community begins to heal.
That's right. When you got what's in your house and you look at what's in your house, and then you have all those tools that is well needed to help somebody to help rise above. And I'm quite sure, Ms. Hinton, that just like everybody else know, is well needed for the
Wow,
community. The
absolutely.
community needs to see what's popping.
Wow. Angela Hayes Crump, my other sweet cousin. When are we going to get together, cousins? It's time for us to do something together. So let's do something. Let's plan something. I would love to just hang out with you guys. And thank you so much for joining us on FYI. You all are definitely a blessing. Mr. E, we got some upcoming shows.
That's right. We got some great upcoming shows. If you missed us on last week, Sports Talk, our special guest was none other than Mr. Brandon Plummer, the head coach of Maury High School.
Yes.
So he lost the championship by 1 point, but just to get there, our hats off to them. And not only that this Monday we got the coach from Norfolk State University, and who went all the way to the playoffs.
Mr. E, that's exciting.
That's right. I mean, to be in the playoff and to go to the playoff and to take a group of guys to the playoff, my hat's off to them. Even though you did not win, but you was the 16th seed. And we thank you so much for what you have done and for getting there to the playoff. And don't forget that we got Coach Jones going to be with us on this Monday. And then if you miss what's under the hat, wait for part 2 and part 3 of what's under the hat. We've been talking about child support and we've been talking about child custody. You're going to hear some information, for fathers. We're going to hear some information that's going to help men to rise above, to help men to know what to expect, to know the difference of what they need to do instead of standing on the street corner. Ms. Hinton, I believe that a lot of men that are on the corners this day and time because they've been hurt for some reason,
Yes.
and they didn't have no recourse. And the only thing they knew how to do next was turn to liquor, wine, beer, drugs, or
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
And so their careers
Yes.
and what they had to do, and the system wasn't fair, and they got beat up or caught up in the system. And now there's a healing process coming along for all men. So just in case, for that just in case moment, that you will know what to expect and know what to look for, because a lot of
Yes.
men don't know what to do and how to go by in the court system, because they can be one-sided sometimes. And the same thing
Absolutely.
for women also. So we got Mr. Marvin Scott along with Mr. Sean Lamont would be our special guest, along with the attorneys
Wow.
that's going to be here to talk more
Yes.
about custody and child support.
That is marvelous, and it should be a movement.
That's
God
right.
said He's turned the hearts of the father into the children, and vice versa. We've got to see that this has to happen.
That's right.
And men having organizations and standing up and speaking out and wanting their rights
That's
and
right.
wanting a fair share in the courts and in the home, and with their babies' mothers, and things have to happen, because we need a generation that's gonna not be lap-legged
That's right.
and toe up and tied and crazy and dangerous. We need some wonderful, wonderful people, well-rounded individuals and citizens to come up behind us. Now we can't, I know they get wiser and more wicked, but my God, there has to be some salt too now.
That's right. That's right. We need that avenue where we got to know what's going on. What has been hindering our community for such a long time is that we don't know what's going on. We don't know what to expect.
Yes.
And so many men, and you cannot afford lawyers and don't know what you need a lawyer for. And when you go there, you figured, okay, fine, I'm gonna handle this myself. But sometimes you got to go there with a mouthpiece, because it can be a one-sided thing.
Absolutely.
So you don't want to look at life one-sided.
Absolutely.
I don't care if it's in child support. I don't care if it's in custody battle. And I don't care if you're going down there for criminal or ticket. Make sure you talk to somebody to let them, and so somebody can give you some advice on what to expect and what to do. Because I'm so sick and tired of the statistics of that we're seeing up and down the highways. We see so many homeless men. We see so many veterans that don't have no recourse, don't have nobody to help pick them up, don't have nobody. And they done did a wonderful job, because in the military, they said if you serve the military, you get some benefits. But when you look at the benefits that the men has, that done served the military, they can't use them.
Oh my.
And now, since they've been out of the military for such a long time, they can't use them. They can go to the hospital, and then they got to run a trace record on you to see if you ever had any problems while you was in the military, and see if the problem that you're experiencing now is related to your for your serving in the military.
We don't want men to become an endangered species.
Well,
we don't want. I mean, and this is the thing. I know I made that statement then, but then I also reflected on the fact that there is going to be an overwhelming birth of women, girls, where it's going to take the balance. It's going to be a very uneven balance. Like it talks about one man to every 12 women.
Right.
It's just, like you said, men are somewhere, and if we don't pull them back or help them out, it's just going to be men that are missing in action.
Right. And it's going to be, and you're right, Miss Hinton, it's going to be MIA in action, because guess what? Men doesn't have anything to fall back on. Men, and I'm not trying to stroke put it as a man thing, but men had to take the whole world on their shoulders. We were sold at a certain price, same way that women were sold. We were sold, we was beat up, we was used for sports, we've been hung in trees, and so we've been called Jim been called tar babies, the whole 9 yards, but couldn't do anything about it. And now, when we are in a new century, in a new day and time, what can a man do? If
But
you
you know,
ask the average woman, what does she need a man for?
But I'm gonna tell you this, men. You need God.
That's
you
right.
need your Creator. You need the one that gives you the potential to be. And when men turn away from that, Mr. E, it ain't nothing good. Now, we know women love God.
That's
and
right.
Black women, African American women, are known to be one of the most Bible reading, Bible toting on the planet. But men, you cannot sit back and reject God and think you're going to be on top all the time. You can't do it. Your Creator gives you everything you need to be to shine and to come to your full potential. Get connected to God. Get connected to your source. Get connected to someone higher than yourself. I know, men are supposed to be macho and have, pride and ego, but honey, you better get to the one, because you will not be in the population. You'll be there, but your numbers are going to be small. Just like when we talk about the statistics, wherein our Caucasian people are going to be the minority, and it's going to be a difference in the world, because it's going to be people of color. And I'm saying you have your chance to do right, to be right. But when God says, hey, it's time for you to be limited, he's going to limit you.
That's right.
And it's nothing you can do about it.
That's right. So we all got to help each other along the way. We got to help the brotherhood. We got to help the sisterhood. We got to come together and stop being in competition with each other. Because guess what? We was here together. We was put here together to help one another.
Absolutely.
In the God. We was put here together to help raise each other up. So you listen. Where we're falling, you ought to help pick us up. And where you're falling, we'll pick you up.
That is marvelous. So, Mr. E, we have some great shows coming up, but we need folk to help us out in getting other guests. Mr. E is going to tell you a little bit later how you can be a special guest, sponsor, or intern. We want you and encourage you to follow us on social media.
That's right.
We're here on our StreamYard platform, and we're reaching into Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and we're going to be going to Instagram and TikTok soon. So we want you all to come with us and come on board. You can go ahead and Google us in any of those platforms. Our name, Yolanda Hinton or Edward Everett. We'll also put down those links for you as well. And just, like and follow and subscribe. We need the numbers.
Yeah,
we need to pull in. We got some things going on with FYI Radio Show that's really taking us to the next level.
Right.
We have the FM coming. We have extended program coming. We're going to have some great guests. And we're just going to be pulling some wonderful things and topics and subjects for you all. So please tell folk about it. Like, share, subscribe. And just support us. We need your help.
That's what it's all about. Help us to one another. We're doing great things for you, and we want to rise to the next level. There's a lot of information.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that we want to uncover just for you. A lot of things are happening in the community that we want you to know about. We don't want you to walk around like you don't know, but you're getting the first information firsthand, and we are not roving reporters. We bringing the source. We bringing the folks that are involved,
Yes.
bringing them straight to your front doors, bringing them straight to your
Absolutely.
internet. And so we want you to know that, listen, if you don't even know Coach Jones from Norfolk State University, you would know Coach Jones from being on FYI. If you don't know Mr. Tony Brothers from the restaurant,
Yes.
Brothers Restaurant in the city of Norfolk, Virginia, you'll find how kind they are.
Absolutely.
If you don't know the Chief of Police, Mr. Larry Boone, you'll know that they are just as men like everybody else. So we want you to be able to not be afraid and not get your opinion for somebody else, And so, because we want to be able to help you to rise above mere survival. Don't forget on
Yes.
Monday, Miss Hinton, on Monday, Coach Jones from Norfolk State
Yes.
University will be our special guest. And oh God, we just want to welcome him with great open arms, and because NSU has done a wonderful job
Absolutely.
and to keep NSU on the map. Let me tell you, y'all may not never understand it, but there are people that sitting around the corner trying to buy Norfolk State University.
Wow.
There are people that sitting around waiting for Norfolk State not to make their quota, so they want to take it away. So you'd be surprised when our NSU out of our community is gone and it's not no longer a part of our community anymore. You can say, I remember it when. Come on, let's stop that. Let's stop saying, I remember it when. And not only that, on Wednesday, our special guest, Marvin
Yes.
Scott and Mr. Sean Lamont will be our special guest. And you don't want to miss what's about to happen. Brothers, sisters, get your husband. And if you're blind to child support, you won't be
Wow.
blind to it anymore, because child support is it's a treacherous gun
Wow.
that you can put in the hands of the wrong people. I mean, when a man or woman gets on child support, it'll break you or it will make you. You appreciate life because it'll take you all the way down. I mean,
Wow.
DOWN, where you can't afford to get and don't know how you gonna get back up. You don't know how you gonna make it, because they take your money. They don't play with you, brothers. They take your money, and not only that, you're gonna have to keep insurance on your children. And if you can't do all of that, then they'll lock you up, take away your driving privilege. And how can you support your children locked behind those prison bars? And then again, we got Mr. Ronnie Joyner, who loves sports talk, because now we're going into the playoffs.
Oh my goodness, that is going to be exciting.
And
now, who's playing this weekend?
And one team.
Yes.
I want our listening audience to know that will not be in the playoffs.
Lord. We know who they are. There's a lot of tea about the Lakers. We got to talk about that on Sports Talk. We got to find out, what happened and, what's going on and why they didn't make it to where they could have or should have made it. So you all stay tuned. Mr. E, what's any good games coming? We got to find out.
Well, this weekend is some great games that's going to be on. The Jazz going to be playing against the Mavericks at 1:00 on tomorrow. The Timberwolves will be playing against the Grizzlies on tomorrow at 3:30. The Raptors will be playing against the 76ers, and the Nuggets will be playing against the Warriors.
Wow.
And then on April the 17th, which is Sunday, you got the Nets going to play against the Celtics. The Chicago Bulls will play against the Milwaukee Bucks. And that's on Sunday. And then the Raptors will be back against the 76ers on Monday. So you got a good lineup going into the playoff. And if you playing basketball, get ready.
Wow. My cousin says, Angela says, I'm a proud alumni as well as my mother. She said, rest in peace. She said, NSU. NSU, they love it.
That's right.
The people that have gone to NSU and are going, they really love their school. And so we, hoping for the best and praying, that we can continue to educate our children and our children's children at NSU. Let me see, Mr. E, is that all? You gave us all the tea on who's playing. Who are you going to listen to?
Well, I'm just going to do a channel search because I don't have no rep one team. I'm just going to look at it all around the clock. I'm just going to watch it and see a good ball game and get down to the wire. I just really want to make sure that my boys, I'm going with the Pelicans.
I know.
New Orleans, Louisiana. I like them because of this young fella by the name of Zion. Who's coming off the bench real soon.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we're going to be looking and listening, and I hope you all enjoy your Easter. Just enjoy it. In Hampton Roads is going to be nice. The weather is going to be a little 60-ish and then 70-ish. But Enjoy.
I'm looking for some jelly beans too.
Oh my goodness. I got a big old bag of jelly beans. Who wants some jelly beans? Honey, I don't need jelly beans.
What?
Dollar store giving jelly beans. I had jelly beans from yesterday. And they were doing a little contest. That's the only reason I have. But I don't plan on eating them, I promise. But anyway, you all, like I said, follow us on social media. Thank all you all for supporting the Ladies Pies. Music, don't forget the music, please get the music and the book. You'll be able to get that as well. We will host or MC your special event or special occasion, right, Mr. E?
All you got to do is pick up the telephone and give us a call at 757-714-7861, or go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda Hinton's Facebook page, or either FYI Facebook page and inbox and let us know that you're looking for us to be your host.
Absolutely. So Miss E is going to tell you how you can be a special guest, intern, or sponsor with FYI Radio Show.
And all you got to do is pick up the telephone and give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page. If you know that someone that needs to be on FYI, if you know someone that needs to be a part of, it got something going on to help our community to rise above mere survival, all you have to do is give us a call, 757-714-7861, or inboxes. We're on every social media platform that you could ever wonder. And don't forget that, guess what? I got to drop it on you. Don't forget that 95.3 FM. You will hear us at 95.3. And then on June, I got to give you this great tip.
You're going to tell them the scoop already.
I can't tell y'all. I got to give you. Can I just?
You can if you want.
I just want to let you know that starting June 1, FYI will be on 1 hour.
Oh my
goodness! We're gonna be on 1 hour to bring you nothing but the very best.
Yes.
So we needed that extra time, and we needed to put, because we had so many guests that bringing great information, and 30 minutes wasn't just enough. So we needed that hour. So guess what? You're gonna be able to hear FYI from 9 to 10.
Absolutely. Now we are live radio. This is not a podcast.
Say that one more time.
This is live radio. And so we're on our AM platform, WGPL and WPCE, soon to be pulling in our FM platform.
Tell them the difference about a podcast and live radio. We're streaming.
Live radio. We're not just on the internet. We are streaming through the airwaves.
That's right.
And we're live through radio satellite format. And we but we do have our other social media. We have social media, and we do have the internet. That also accompanies us. But we are a live radio show. Live radio. So when you see us on live here, we're also live through the airways.
That's right. And then later on, if you watch us through the evening time, that was live shots. There were live shots that you see us on. When you look at us later on that afternoon, they're alive. We were broadcasting live in the studio of WGPL 1350 AM.
So Angela says, enjoy your Easter weekend and stay safe. You all do that too. Stay safe, enjoy, and be blessed. Stay blessed and bless someone else. Mr. E, it's been wonderful. I'm hoping to do some fun things. Do something great. Easter is here already. A lot of services I'm sure they're going to have. You all go out there and sing Heroes.
Heroes.
Mr. E, is the tradition. We haven't been in church since the pandemic. I mean, we've been to church, but I'm saying the pandemic kept people from, being there when Easter comes and all this. Are they still going to sing Heroes?
It's a tradition.
Heroes from the dead and all that.
Heroes, that's a tradition.
And get the, what you call it? What's those things they have? The palms?
Yeah.
Do they do that? That's the Baptist church.
That was last week. They put the palms out last week.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because that's the time that he rode in on the donkey, So now they put the palms out. So now he's got to get up out the grave. He's got to see Mary, and he got to go tell Mary to tell the boys that he got up.
He rose. Well, I tell you, I'm glad he rose, honey. It gave me salvation, something I definitely wanted and needed.
I want to say good morning to Mr. Des Cone.
Oh,
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Most Talked About radio show. in the whole wide world. That's FYI.
Des, we need to contact you to see what's going on. I know you've been a busy bee, and we have too, but we need to connect. So hopefully we'll get together soon. And thank you so much for joining us on today. God bless you all.
Thank you so much for tuning in to FYI Radio Show. I'm Ed Everett, and the host is Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. And join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10. I was going to say from 9 to 10. From 9:30 to 10 right here on WGPL 1350. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And for more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861. And have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. 2 up, 2 down, VA.
God bless you. Bye.
Bye-bye.